Imagine two roads leading to wealth, one paved with algorithms, code, and AI breakthroughs, the other built with sweat, strategy, and business hustle. Which one wins in the long game of lucrativity, tech innovators or entrepreneurs? This is the modern-day gold rush where coders become billionaires overnight and founders turn garage dreams into global empires. But here's the twist. While everyone glorifies the tech geniuses behind the next big app, it's often the entrepreneurs who quietly build long-lasting fortunes. So which is truly more lucrative, inventing technology or turning it into business? In this series, we'll uncover how each path creates, multiplies, and protects wealth differently. By the end, you'll know which side of the game to play and why timing and mindset might matter more than talent or capital. Let's start by going back to where both paths began. It all began in the garages, dorm rooms, and coffee shops of the 1970s and 80s, when the first wave of dreamers built machines that would change the world. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak created Apple in a small California garage, driven by tech obsession. Bill Gates built Microsoft not for fame, but to power a digital future. Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and Larry Page inventors, yes, but also ruthless entrepreneurs. They didn't just build tech, they built empires. Microsoft sold systems, not code. Apple sold culture, not computers. Google sold information, not search engines. This was the spark where invention met business, and together they created wealth on an unimaginable scale. But as tech exploded, so did the competition. Suddenly, innovation alone wasn't enough, execution became everything. The question now, who profits more in today's era, the creators of technology or the builders who commercialize it? But while tech minds like these birthed innovation, the entrepreneurs saw opportunity. They weren't always the inventors, they were the translators, turning complex tech into usable, sellable products. For every innovator who created something groundbreaking, there was an entrepreneur who commercialized it. That's where the dynamic began, two forces feeding each other. Tech builds potential, entrepreneurship builds empires. But as the decades rolled on, something unexpected happened. One side began pulling ahead in wealth, influence, and speed. The 2000s changed everything. The internet didn't just connect people, it minted billionaires overnight. Tech innovators like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos proved that a single idea, scaled through technology, could generate unlimited leverage. Zuckerberg turned dorm room code into a global social empire. Musk disrupted not one but multiple industries, from payments to cars to space. Bezos transformed online shopping into an ecosystem that reshaped the global economy. Each started as a technologist obsessed with solving problems. But the moment their solutions became scalable, they evolved into entrepreneurs with exponential potential. Tech gave them speed, but business gave them scale. That's the secret behind tech wealth. The power to multiply one solution infinitely. But here's the twist. While the innovators changed the world, another kind of player was quietly learning how to monetize their inventions better than they ever could. While tech innovators build the tools, entrepreneurs build the empires around them. They're the ones who know how to turn a breakthrough into a billion-dollar brand. Take Richard Branson, who didn't invent aviation or music, he mastered how to sell the experience. Or Howard Schultz, who didn't invent coffee, he turned it into a culture through Starbucks. Entrepreneurs see what the innovators don't. Value is not in invention, but in perception. They know that timing, marketing, and execution often matter more than the original idea. You can have the best tech in the world, but if no one buys it, it's worthless. This is where the lines blur. Many of today's richest tech moguls, from Bezos to Musk, succeeded not just because of their inventions, but because they marketed like entrepreneurs. The lesson: the wealthiest players aren't just creators or sellers, they're both. But what happens when technology starts moving faster than business itself? We've reached an era where technology evolves faster than most businesses can adapt. What used to take a decade to develop now happens in months, sometimes weeks. Artificial intelligence, blockchain, robotics, they're rewriting industries before traditional entrepreneurs can even respond. Here's the catch. Speed creates opportunity, but it also creates collapse. Innovators who move too fast burn out, while entrepreneurs who move too slow get replaced. Think of companies like Kodak or Nokia, giants that once ruled but failed to evolve with technology. Meanwhile, newer players like OpenAI or ByteDance became billion-dollar titans almost overnight. The race is no longer about who has the best product, it's about who adapts fastest. The future belongs to those who can merge innovation with business acumen in real time. But that raises a deeper question: who actually earns more from this new pace, the visionary coder or the strategic CEO? Here's the shocking truth. Not everyone riding the tech wave gets rich. While coders, engineers, and developers are crucial, the real money often flows to those who understand business leverage, the entrepreneurs who turn technology into systems, products, and empires. Think about it. For every Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, there are thousands of brilliant engineers whose code made the dream possible, but who walked away with a salary, not equity. The gap isn't in intelligence, it's in ownership. Entrepreneurs build the structure where wealth accumulates. Technologists build the tools that make it possible. But now, the gap is closing. With no-code platforms, AI automation, and global markets, tech creators are learning business and business minds are learning tech. The battlefield is leveling, and a new kind of hybrid billionaire is emerging, part visionary, part builder. So, what happens when these two worlds fully merge? There's a new breed of wealth creator rising, the hybrid titans. These aren't just coders or business strategists, they're people who merge the precision of technology with the instincts of entrepreneurship. They don't wait for investors or engineers, they build, launch, test, and scale all on their own. Think of people like Patrick Collison of Stripe, a programmer who turned payment APIs into a multi-billion-dollar empire, or Melanie Perkins of Canva, a designer who built a tech platform that disrupted Adobe's dominance. These innovators didn't choose between tech or business. They became both. The result? Exponential leverage. Every hour of their work builds something that earns for years. Every product they create scales globally with minimal cost. The hybrid titans are quietly rewriting the rules of wealth, and they're just getting started. But what mindset separates them from the rest? Behind every tech mogul or serial entrepreneur lies a single unshakable trait: their mindset. It's not luck nor genius alone, it's how they think about time, risk, and value. The wealthy don't see time as hours, they see it as a resource that compounds. Every decision is judged by how much freedom it creates tomorrow. While most chase quick profits, these visionaries invest in systems, products, apps, or networks that keep paying them even while they sleep. It's the same mindset that turned Jeff Bezos from selling books to building the most efficient logistics machine on Earth, or how tech founders like Naval Ravikant preach productize yourself, turning your ideas and knowledge into scalable assets. This is the invisible algorithm of the ultra-successful. Play the long game, multiply your leverage, and never trade your time for money again. Every empire, whether born in Silicon Valley or a city garage, faces the same tension: move fast or build to last. Tech founders thrive on speed, they disrupt, pivot, and outpace their competition. But entrepreneurs who master stability, supply chains, branding, customer loyalty often outlive the disruptors. This battle plays out in boardrooms and backrooms every day. Take the story of two friends. One built an app that exploded overnight. The other built a logistics company that took 10 years to mature. 5 years later, the app was forgotten. The logistics firm became a billion-dollar powerhouse. The rich know that speed brings fame, but stability brings legacy. That's why the smartest tech billionaires eventually shift gears, turning their fast wins into sustainable ecosystems. Because in the real world of wealth creation, it's not who moves first, it's who lasts longest. Here's the truth most people never realize. It's not tech versus entrepreneurship, it's tech-powered entrepreneurship that wins the game. The richest people on Earth didn't just invent cool technology, they built unstoppable business models around it. Elon Musk didn't just create Tesla, he built a brand, an ecosystem, a vision people would buy into. Lucrativity isn't about the product, it's about scale, timing, and ownership. Tech gives speed, business gives structure. When combined, they create financial gravity so strong it pulls in opportunity, capital, and attention. That's why a single innovation, the right code, the right business model can echo for decades. In this new era, the truly wealthy aren't just builders or sellers. They're architects of systems, influence, and value. The question is, are you learning to build the next big thing, or just watching it happen? If you've made it this far, you already feel it, that spark, that hunger to create something bigger than yourself. The difference between those who dream and those who dominate is action. Every tech empire, every billion-dollar business started with one idea, one risk, one decision to start now. So, ask yourself, are you scrolling through stories of success, or are you writing your own? Because the next era of wealth isn't waiting, it's being coded, built, and launched by those who dare to move first. Hit that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning. Here, we don't just watch the wealthy, we study their moves, decode their mindset, and turn their secrets into your strategies. Stay curious, stay bold, and remember, in the new economy, you are the algorithm of success. And also remember, old money was built on entrepreneur risk, while new money is built on tech innovation.